Team Young Gun went through the chute. The roar on the beach was electric. There is a great hope in the Young Gun, Katie Reese, but who else? Who else do we need to keep our eye on, Paulie?
Look, yeah, Pippi DePagna has been so incredibly impressive all morning. We saw her second place in the Open Women's Surf Race earlier today, which is certainly going to increase or extend her overall series lead in the swim race. But she's also got the race 1 under 17 ticket for the Ironwoman as well, so she's back up again now. But not only that, I'm going to throw out a special mention. There is 4 under 17 girls in the Open Ironwoman final. I can't stress just how incredibly impressive that is. Izzy Tate, Bianca Raywood, Katie Reese and Pippi DePagna, under 17s, all in the Open Ironwoman final.
4 out of the 20. 20% of the field are made up by junior under 17 athletes. Now, they're not just the juniors out there. We've got some absolute out-and-out superstars of our sport as well. It looks like we have a race start as well, Haz.
Their race is up and going, and you can see some of the girls. It's actually so even across the front here. Some of the girls are going really well. Over on the left, Lily O'Sullivan has actually had a flyer of a start. She's over on the left there.
Yeah, so Lily O'Sullivan right up in the north, the left part of your screen. She is off to a flyer, as is all the other girls on that side. So that's Lana Rogers, Bella Williams, Jazzy Raywood, Georgia Fitzsimmons. So you might notice the change of name, Georgia Fitzsimmons, formerly Georgia Miller, Australian Surf Lifesaving Hall of Famer. So don't be confused. Don't think, who's this new up-and-comer? She is the great Hall of Famer, Georgia Miller.
She is not an up-and-comer, and she was a little bit disappointed with her race at Alexandra Headlands, but she's back. She's been consistent with training. She's strong, and she is so determined. But it looks like it's Lily O'Sullivan out in front, just on that left-hand side with Georgia Fitzsimmons. She's got a new Race 1 board today.
Wow.
She got it during the week, a new Race 1 board and a new Race 1 ski, white with a bit of colour on it. She's excited. She's feeling fresh.
New Race 1 Hex Tech. That's why she got off to a great start. But as well, can we spot series leader Emma Woods?
I was going to say, Emma Woods was our Hayden Kenny Classic winner only a month ago. We talked about her dislocating her shoulder earlier in the week. Is that going to affect her so far? Because we can't quite find her out there. But as we see the girls paddling along the back of the field now, it's Georgia Fitz in 1, Lily O'Sullivan in 2. The girls are down on their belly going hammer and tongs.
But who we can actually see in third place now is Bella Williams. So Bella Williams was from Swansea Belmont. She has moved to BMD Northcliffe now, but this was her home beach for a very long time. She knows this beach and she's determined.
That's right, she's a Newcastle local. She bounced between Swansea Belmont and Cooks Hill, and she's been around the place for a little while now. And
staying at home,
coming back to home, she's back into her old bedroom, and she's racing well. She's on an old home beach of Swansea Belmont, and she's out in front. But Georgia Fitzsimmons, after the wedding, she doesn't take long to get up and going again, and you can see right now off to an absolute great start.
Georgia Fitzsimmons is doing so well. As we mentioned before, disrupted off season, but she has refocused and she's been committed to training. She's turning up. We know she's talented, and we know what we can see when she's done all the work, and she's just stretching this lead with Lily O'Sullivan on her right hand, on her side.
There's not much waves happening at the moment. Georgia hasn't even looked over her shoulders though. That doesn't faze her. She's really going to work here, and she's on the top of that little runner. She almost got down it, but not to be. It looks like she might be paddling all the way to the beach here. It'll be Georgia Fitzsimmons in 1, Lily O'Sullivan in 2. Lily just picking up a little wave.
Throw the rest of them on that back wave there, Paulie. It's a 1 wave, 2 out in front on that lead wave. Throw the rest of them on that next wave there. There's only about 4 that haven't got it, and it's out the back there for Coogin Headland and Pippi DePagna there. But look at Lily O'Sullivan. She's come on through. She's made a great transition. She's first through the Shore and Partners World Ocean Series banner. There goes a little pocket rocket. Tiani Massing, Naomi Scott as well. She is an absolute superfish. Hannah Scully, she's off to a fly. Dom Stitt there as well in Mooloolaba. Derbyshire just brings up the rear, as does AK-47. Annalise Kibble of Newport. Jasmine Rabel takes a little bit of a different line in, Paulie, as we see Gemma Smith, Shore and Partners Coolangatta Gold champion. The longer this race goes on, though, the better she'll get.
I think the one that's looking very dangerous at the moment is Naomi Scott. She was in third place there, Duff, with swim and ski to go. She's the current Australian ski champion, and we know exactly how dominant she is on a surf race. She won the World Surf Race just a couple of months ago. So with a swim and ski league to go, Naomi Scott, in my eyes, is very, very dangerous right now.
And she also came second at the Hayden Kenny Classic at Alexandra Headlands. Fitzsimmons, and she's got a dominant swim. But Georgia Miller and Lily O'Sullivan, they're looking very comfortable out ahead at the moment. Tiani Massey's also working her way through. Her rating's high. She is smaller than a lot of the girls, but she has heart, and we've seen such fierce racing from her recently as well.
Yeah, she is such a tough racer. She was the Shaw and Partner Shannon Eckstein Classic winner from last year. She took home the big $25,000. Not quite as much, but still a hell of an amount. $10,000 on the line for the winner here today in this Shaw and Partner Swansea Belmont Classic. And it looks to me like Lily O'Sullivan is just starting to bother Georgia Fitzsimmons a little bit.
And it's really interesting here, Duff, because you can see Georgia Fitzsimmons is breathing to the left. Lily O'Sullivan is breathing to the right. They are breathing away from each other. You can see them actually knocking arms because they can't reference where each other is. And this is a really tough situation to be in.
Yeah, look at that. The girls are approaching that first swim can now. We're starting to get into the business end of the race. They're going to hit that can side by side now. The heart rate would be through the roof. This is tough racing. There's not many waves on offer. Their heart rate would have to be well above 170, 180. They're getting the job done. They're approaching that second swim can with only one leg to go. The race is on.
So Lily O'Sullivan is just next to Georgia Fitzsimmons from Northcliffe. So Lily from BMD, from Burleigh Heads Maryborough Park. But in second and third, we've actually seen Lana Rogers make a move in this swim. She's had a great swim as she's pushed up. She's next to Naomi Scott. So both the girls from BMD Northcliffe are in third and fourth right now.
I was just starting to wonder, where was last year's champion Lana Rogers? She drove off in a Subaru from last year and we didn't know where she was, but there she is right there in fourth spot. As well as that, Annalise Kibble of Newport, we saw her start to work in. I'm loving the race as well from Dominic Stitt of Mooloolaba. She is coming on this season and she is really starting to mix it with these top iron women.
Yeah, look at that. The girls are absolutely going to work here, side by side. Isn't it funny? You get to this part of the race and it looks like they're all pulling up alongside each other as they approach that wave zone.
And Emma Woods, the current series leader, is in the middle of the pack. She's going to have to give everything she's got on the way in this swim and have a blinder of a ski leg. She'll be wanting to hold those points and stay up there, but we're in the zone. We're in the wave zone.
And don't forget for Lana Rogers and Emma Woods, they were injured at training during the week. Lana Rogers, a broken nose. The goggles would be, the pressure on her nose right now would be immense. Emma Woods, a dislocated shoulder. It was out of place for 5 hours. She is here. She is gritting herself through this. The pain that she must be feeling is unbelievable as they hit the wave zone. The leaders, they get nothing. There's nothing on offer for the leaders. They get another little chance here, but I think there's a wave out the back that is going to bring the back markers through. This potentially is going to turn the race on its head. We're going to see a massive change in standings because the girls in position 15th right now have a chance. It goes underneath them, they miss it. Emma Woods, the current series leader, pulls down that one. Here we go. The race is on now. We've got 8 on this leading wave going into the final leg of the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series Swansea Belmont Classic. This is going to be a grandstand finish.
Lizzie Wellborn has taken the lead from Newport. Tiani Massey, they've both come down a wave. We've also got Olivia Corrin. She looks determined. Lana Rogers, Naomi Scott, Emma Woods, Georgia Fitzsimmons and Lily O'Sullivan.
Here comes as well there, Burleigh Heads Maryborough Park. There's the local hope there. Katie Reese just comes through transition in 9th spot. She is a phenomenal ski paddler. It might be a tough ask to do. The race 1 ticket winner there, Pippi Tapania, she's not out of it either. Naomi Scott, the first to bash through, Paulie.
Yeah, look at that. Naomi Scott is very, very strong. She just got clipped by 1 at the end, and it looks like Lizzie Wellborn out on that northern side. Her rating and cadence is through the roof. You can see when a girl goes to the front because the others sort of look at her and go, I need to get onto her sidewash. So when you can see the other girls angling across towards Lizzie, that gives you a red hot feeling that she's going the fastest out there.
I can't believe, how straight it is across there. They are all pretty well in equal first.
I know, and that doesn't usually happen. And look at that, it's actually starting to just mix up a little bit here. We have Lizzie Wellborn out on the left-hand side. She got clipped a little bit in that board, but she's had the favourable left side for the ski. But Georgia Fitzsimmons is leading through the middle as well. So it looks like Lizzie Wellborn and Georgia Fitzsimmons are trying to beat each other to turn first at that Shaw and Partners ski can.
Yeah, the disadvantage here for Lizzie Wellborn, although she had a great start and was out at front, is she is going to be on the outside in that can turn. And being on the outside of a can turn is by no means an advantage. As we can see now, Georgia Fitzsimmons hitting that can first. She's about to approach the apex. She's in the lead. Lizzie Wellborn on her outside. Lily Sullivan sitting in there, tucking in nicely on the inside. As we can see the girls now rounding that Shaw & Partners Financial Services apex. They're making their way to the third can, and they will be on their way home. Who's going to take the $10,000?
Oh, I think everyone in this race wants the $10,000. They want the 10,000 points. You can see the determination on their faces. They will be hurting now. You can see Georgia Fitzsimmons. She's grimacing, but she's so determined. Lizzie Wellborn, she's got the rating up. We also see puffing in the middle is Lily O'Sullivan. Tiani Massey not giving up. Neither is Lana Rogers.
Jasmine Raywood there has had an enormous paddle third leg. She is starting to carve her way through the field. But look at this big move there to the southern side. Lizzie Wellborn has hit the button and accelerated away from Georgia Fitzsimmons. She can see the victory right now. She has a habit of this. If she wins the board, she goes on to win the iron. And right now, she is starting to make her work count. She's got herself a ski leg in front, but there's 4 or 5 that are chasing down. Georgia Fitzsimmons heads to the south. We're going to have 5 on this leading wave. We're going to have a sprint finish here in the final of the Shaw & Partners World Ocean Series Ironwoman. There's 10,000 points. There's $10,000. We may even have more join the final wave.
Spoiler alert, have a look at this. Jazzy Raywood is out the back, and Liv Corrin, I believe. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this sprint finish.
Georgia Fitzsimmons has gone. She's got herself a nice little break. She's going to be first to touch the sand. Is the angle to the beach good? Is it going to be enough? Georgia Fitzsimmons is up. She's going to be there. She's going to be through. Don't call her Georgia Miller. Don't call her Georgia Fitzsimmons. Call that person the champ. She is an absolute superstar. The emotion. The champ is here. The Hall of Famer. Georgia Fitzsimmons, Georgia Miller, who cares? She's the champ.
She is the champ, and she will be so happy with that one. She really wanted that. Talking to her this morning, she was so focused on the iron. She didn't do some of the other races because she really wanted that $10,000 and 10,000 points.
That was a Georgia Miller masterclass. She led that from start to finish, Paulie.
You can see the experience, and I mean, it goes without saying, you don't get a resume like Georgia Fitzsimmons without knowing a few tricks, having a few tricks up your sleeve. She went at the right moments. She always put herself at the front of the race, and she went at the key moments. And right at the end then, when all those people, all those girls pulled up alongside each other, she just had that little bit of a kick. You could see her husband Riley down there on the shoreline screaming at her, and she's taken the 10,000 points, she's taken the check, and she's added another win for the resume.
Yeah, rounding out the podium there as well, I believe it was Annalise Kibble there crossing the line in second spot. She was flying home in the finish line there. And what do we have? We had 6 on that leading wave, so 6 with an opportunity to take that one out and to finish it off. That is one of the closest finishes we have had in the Shaw & Partners World Ocean Series across all events.
We did, and that is what is so exciting about surf sports, about the World Ocean Series. And you could see those 2 leaders, Lizzie Wellborn and Georgia Fitzsimmons, they did everything they could to get a wave ahead, and then the luck of the ocean brought those girls from behind. Jazz Raywood just got on that wave on the way down, and they could have looked behind, they could have felt defeated, downhearted, but they got up and they did the best run that they could, and it's so cool to see Georgia Fitzsimmons take that win so close.
It was Newport flashing late, not of Annalise Kibble, but
Lizzie
Wellborn and Jazzy Raywood. Now, I think Jazzy Raywood came out of the swim leg in about 11th, 12th position, so she has had a phenomenal final ski leg to get herself onto the podium, Paulie.
Well, we saw how incredible she was. She was oh so close in the ski race earlier today. She is one of the most incredible female ski paddlers out in the field, and that last leg was wow. I can't believe she pulled herself back onto that lead wave with a chance of the win.
Now that is going to be enormous in the grand scheme of the overall series, because our current 3 leaders, Emma Woods, Lucy Derbyshire and Jasmine Raywood. Now I wouldn't be surprised to see Jasmine Raywood jump to the top of those standings at the end of this Shaw & Partners World Ocean Series Swansea Belmont Classic.
Yeah, that's right. She's had 2 third places, so that's some really strong points. She's chased some good points there. I'm really excited to see what the overall points are. I know the girls will be trying to add it up, but you can see there's been the consistent athletes that we often see. Tiani Massey's up in the top few. Olivia Corrin actually missed out on the final in the Hayden Kenny Classic at Alex, so she was ready to redeem herself, and redeem herself she did.
And not only that, the equation is, and Joshie Minot knows it better than anyone, the equation is 10,000 points is needed to win an overall series. Georgia Miller second last year. She now gets her 10,000. She's well on her way to going one better this year. They're all yours, Joshie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you turn your attention to the presentation area, we have the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series Swansea Belmont Classic presentation for the Ironwoman event. In third place, representing Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park, Jasmine Raywood. In second place, from Newport, Lizzie Wellborn. And in first place, and your Ironwoman champion from BMD Northcliffe, Georgia Fitzsimmons. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your Ironwoman champion and place getters. Now, Georgia, jump down. Oh, we're going to pop some champagne. Let's pop some champagne first before we get the party started. Jazzy Raywood, they're getting it done. She said it's the first time she's ever been on the podium in the Open Ironwoman here, so excuse her if she's a little inexperienced with the champagne. I'm sure it's the first of plenty more. While these ladies get some shots there, we'll try and jump in and have a chat. Different name, same result for Georgia Fitz. She's back on top, and what a performance it was. Smiles all round for these ladies, and they will certainly celebrate this one, and what a huge weekend it's been so far. Georgia will jump down here. Come on down. I've seen you work for some races in your time. You've been successful, but 8 girls, the final leg, you all jumped on basically even. How tough was that?
Oh, it was incredibly tough. The girls' field at the moment is just on fire, especially having those young girls come through. They definitely keep me on my toes. I think I'm the oldest in the field now, which is pretty funny, and I just absolutely love racing. So to be here at Swansea Belmont on a beach, that's very, very, very special to me. Did a lot of my junior career state champs here and a lot through the Opens as well. So it's great to be back here. Swansea's put on an amazing event here, especially with the support of Shaw and Partners and Race on Surfcraft. So very happy.
I don't want to talk about age, but as you get a little bit older, do you go away from the fitness and maybe use the experience a little bit more? I think that shone through there. You did everything right in that final leg.
Yeah, definitely. I think you have to lean on those things that you've learned across your career. It's been 10 years in the professional series now for me, so it's an incredible feat and I'm very proud of it. And yeah, just knowing when to go and when not to go is something that I've learned over the years, and I think it definitely paid off then. And I just absolutely love coming to the inside, so I do what I know, and it seems to work sometimes.
I think it works more often than not. Talk to me about the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Riz in Paris being so successful, yourself and Riz getting married. It's been a happy time, and I guess this sort of wraps up the end of the year.
Yeah, it's been incredible. It's hard to put into words how special the last couple of months have been for the both of us, and we've been lucky enough to share some really high highs together, but unfortunately with those highs you've got to come down at some point. So the last couple of weeks have been really training hard and getting back into the swing of things. So still got a few things left to go. Obviously the Shaw and Partners Iron Series next weekend, and then we'll be down at Glenelg racing again for the World Ocean Series. So very excited to just be on the beach racing and being back to my best.
You won the opening round last summer. You get the second round this year. I'm sure it's plenty more. It's got to feel very good.
It does feel really good, and like you said on the mic before, I try not to listen all the time, but like you said, you have to be winning these events to go close to winning the overall. So that's a big jump in the right direction for me after coming off a 7th at Alex. So I'll take that and hopefully run with the momentum.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Josh.